spring is certainly in the air, and we're lucky to be joined by the new Te Akau trainer, Sam Burgesson. Sam, how are you getting on, mate?
Yeah, good, Hazy. Like you say, yes, spring, first day of spring tomorrow, which is exciting. The better horses are better horses on better tracks are starting to step out, and yeah, sort of an exciting time around the stable. Group 1 racing is just around the corner.
As I mentioned, absolutely an exciting time for you as well, joining the training ranks with Mark Walker this season, and you kicked that off there, I think, on the first day of the season with a winner there on the synthetic with Cote de Burn. Sam, that must have been a massive thrill to train your first winner.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I'm extremely grateful and extremely lucky to be a part of the Te Akau team, and so grateful to Mark, Karen, and Dave for the opportunity. Obviously, it's a fantastic opportunity. One, people give a lot for. So like I say, I'm very thankful, and to kick it off like we did, it was fantastic. It's obviously the monkey off the back really early, with Cote de Boone, and I watched it in the office here with Mark, and over the moon. Obviously, it was only a midweek meeting on the synthetic, but it felt like a Group 1 for me. So thrilled.
Absolutely, and well done, mate. That's something that's so awesome and a great feeling, as you mentioned. And I guess some big news as we mentioned with the wider Te Akau operation moving over to Australia. Some exciting news, I guess, and a bit of an opportunity for some of the local talent to be able to go and prove themselves over the ditch.
Yeah, for sure. We had our first horses head over on Monday night, Imperatrice and Dynastic. And we have a horse fleet-footed that's already over there. A really exciting time for the stable. Obviously, a new venture, but one we've sort of delved in before, sort of traveling over there and had a bit of success, but it'll be good to have a permanent base there. And like I say, exciting times for the future for everyone involved. There's some fantastic racing over there with some massive prize money. So it'll be great to be a part of it.
Absolutely. We might just tune in next week to someone over in Australia just to have a bit of an update on Imperatrice leading into her first run in the McEwen Stakes next week as well. But just quickly, just wrapping up last week. So we had the 5 winners there across Riccarton at Thursday with Navalha, Sorcha, Cote de Burn. Matamata produced the 2 winners there in Marlborough Bay and Prismatic. But just a quick wrap up of the Foxbridge Plate. Just unfortunate not to quite get the job done there with Skillwith, but a mighty performance from a mare that's putting together a pretty strong record.
Yeah, for sure. She ran great. It was a really tough effort from her. She's not overly big, but she gives it her all. And we were just pipped by a very good horse. Fair play to Dragon Leap. It was a fantastic rider, Warren's. He got back and he weaved his way through and just grabbed us. But she's pulled up well, and all roads head to the Tarzino Saturday week.
And fair play to Reece Trumper for finally tipping a winner there for his first time and getting her to place as well. So good skills from Reece last week. And also Brando, we see him in the Hawke's Bay next week as well.
Yeah, for sure. He actually ran really well. If you watch the race closely, he finished off really well. Just the barrier draw sort of killed him a bit. He had to go back further than he would have liked. But his closing sectionals were great and didn't have a lot of luck up the straight. So he's pulled up well as well. He's pressing on to the Group 1 too.
Cool. Well, let's kick into the racing action this weekend. We've got the sole runner there at Whanganui. So we'll kick off there in race 3, the Whanganui Chronicle Maiden 2-year-old 800, a race I believe Rubicon Crossing might have won last year. We've got Bellatrix Star, impressive in her first trial. Lines up for Fortuna Racing like Rubicon Crossing did as well. Michael McNabb goes down to ride and draws barrier 6.
Yeah, really like her. She's just never put her foot wrong since she's been in the stable. Has jumped out here with us a couple of times really well, and her trial was obviously super impressive. Michael rode her that day and said, she couldn't have done it any better and any easier. So look, we're going into Saturday with a bit of confidence. I know Sean Phelan's horse looks really impressive as well, so it'll be a good match race, and obviously there's some starters down there that are a bit unknown. So look, anything could happen, but we're really happy with our horse, and we think she's a really good chance.
Great. And down to Riccarton, we've got the 7 runners across the card there. The first of which we kick off in race 3, the New Zealand Cup meeting. Tickets on sale now, 3-year-old. And Sam, I understand you're heading down there tomorrow to be on course.
Yeah, for sure. We got some really nice chances over the day. And from all accounts, Ashley and Kendall down there are really happy with the team, and we've got some nice runners and nice chances.
Cool. And in that race I mentioned, so the two starters, Viva Vienna and Rhetorical.
Yeah, Viva Vienna, she's come back well. She trialled really well at Avondale and has travelled down well, and her work this week has been top notch. So, look, she presents a nice stance. She's drawn really well. The track's come up a heavy 8. That'd be the only worry. We're surprised that it has come up that wet because the weather's been good down there. But I think hopefully that'll come back a couple of points and she'll be right in it.
Cool. And Rhetorical?
Oh, sorry, Rhetorical as well. She's drawn the ace. A couple of really nice trials, especially her last one. It was in a really hot field. She got back and ran home nicely. I know she presents as an $8 chance, but I wouldn't be surprised if she won that.
Great. And race 4 there, the Christchurch Casino South Island Racing Awards, 15th September, rating 65 benchmark. Insatiable still finds himself in a winnable grade here, still being a rating 65 horse. He does carry a bit of ability, seemed to come to the end of his prep towards the end of the last campaign, and has freshened up nicely with a nice trial the other day. Yeah,
for sure. He's a horse, like you say, that we've always liked, and we've always thought he's had a good amount of ability. He's been a touch frustrating at times, I suppose, and we may have got it wrong towards the end of last year, running him over 14. He might just be an out-and-out sprinter. So, look, we'll sort of know a lot more after Saturday. 1,000 metres looks ideal. Like you say, he gets in well, and with Opie on, it's always a plus.
Great. In race 5, the Pride's Easy Fed open sprint, open handicap, 1,000 metres. Chala, good fresh up horse normally?
Yeah, for sure. 1,000 metres looks ideal. He's obviously been south a couple of times, so he knows it well. He's a 7-year-old, but he still seems like he's loving it and keen as ever. His trial was super. He's probably only a small horse with 59's probably the only worry, but Opie on, look, he looks a nice chance. It looks a nice race for him.
Great. And race 6, the Cantabrian Magazine, rating 75, benchmark 1,200. Cote de Burn stringing a nice little record together there on the synthetic tracks there. Can he bring his form across to the grass?
Yeah, obviously a niggly gate, but it is down the chute, so it's sort of not as bad as a normal going around the bend. He's got a good record at Wellington as well, and Wellington and Riccarton obviously similar running down the chute, so that's a plus. Opie on obviously is also a plus, and he seems to be in really good form. Obviously he had a bit of a disappointing year last year, but he seems to have come back better than ever. So look, and the team at home can't fold him, so there's no reason why he couldn't do it again.
And it's business time there for Windsor Park Stud, strung together quite an impressive record there towards the back end of last season and trialled up quite nicely the other day as well. Draws barrier 5 with Sam Weatherly on board.
Yeah, gets into the race well. Seems to be a mare that just keeps stepping up and improving. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you just saw her in a nice race over Cup Week. 1,200 metres is probably the only concern. We think she's probably a mile, maybe even 2,000. But look, like I said with Cote de Boone, it does look a winnable race for either one of them. So I wouldn't be surprised, and they look two really nice chances.
Nice. And race 8, the Racecourse Hotel in Motor Lodge, rating 65, benchmark 1,400. Mezzabin was one of the standout runners in the Oaks last season, flashing home there for second behind Pennywicker. Starts the new campaign. It's always hard to see how a filly is going to transition to becoming a mare. How's she been going in her work?
Yeah, good. It's probably going to be well short of her best distance. We think she's just an out-and-out stayer. I'm surprised she's come up so short because we do think she'll need further and we'll need to run. Barrier 19 with 60.5 is also very tough, but we'll leave that up to Opie. So probably, look for her sort of next time, and if not next time, the start after. But look, she could go a cheeky race. We'll probably have to press forward and just hope Opie tucks her in somewhere and gets a nice enough run.
Right. Well, that wraps up the runners for the weekend. Do we have a best bet, Sam?
Yep, I'm going to go Wanganui. I think Bellatrix Star. I think she's really natural. She hasn't put her foot wrong so far, so I think she'll be really hard to beat.
Well, let's go 2 from 2, eh? And moving into the next week, I think we move into Super Saturday. So Next Sunday, obviously the Hawke's Bay meeting there of the first leg of the Triple Crown. We've got the All Blacks versus France there. First thing on Saturday morning, I think that kicks off at 7:15, and a likely final for the Wars versus either Brisbane or Penrith there for the evening. So it's going to be a good afternoon of sport all round. And then I guess we move forward to the Racing Awards there in Auckland on Sunday, and you'll be obviously attending that based on the successful season last year, Sam, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. We got a fantastic team in at Hawke's Bay. Maybe even 3 Group 1 runners, depending on aromatic and the weather and things like that. And then some good horses in the undercards. Tokyo Tycoon, hopefully in the Aroka. Fashion Shoot just in a 75 Bella the Ball. Campionessa and Fierce Flight could find themselves there. We'll just sort of see what the weather does and see how they work up. And then, and Imperatriz as well. So, look, it's a fantastic weekend. Hopefully the All Blacks can bounce back. The Warriors are fantastic. And yeah, it'll be good to celebrate with the team on Sunday. So yeah, like you say, a very exciting weekend and one everyone's looking forward to.
Awesome, Sam. Well, thanks for your time today, mate, and good luck for your travels down south tomorrow, and we'll catch you again next week.
Awesome. Cheers, Hazy. Thanks, guys.